What's going on, everybody? Brian here from Hands On Auto Training. Another hot and muggy day in Cleveland. It says it's only 90 out, but it feels warmer than that. I'm perspiring here. Just so you guys know, premium members, we got our meeting tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be going over some fuel trim, diagnostics, basic stuff on fuel trims. It's going to be good stuff. So today, guys, I got to tell you, I started out my day with that 2014 Dodge Ram that I was having some troubles with the other day. That was on Tuesday. Today is Thursday. I took a day off of it, thought about it. When I can't figure a problem out, I kind of mull it over my head and I want to go back and check it out. So I called the shop owner and I told him I was going to come back, just take a quick peek at it. And sure enough, I missed something easy, okay? It was a starter, a bad starter. Now you may be saying, how do you miss that? Well, the reason I missed it is because they got the vehicle towed in to the shop as a no crank, no start situation. The power windows didn't work and they had no communication with some modules. I don't understand what all happened, but they put a new fuse block in there. That is a dumb fuse block. They actually had me put it in. They're short staffed. One of the techs was out, so they wanted me to come out there and put in that fuse block. They thought it needed to be programmed too, but it didn't. And I got it to the point where we had a no crank, no start situation there. What was going on, the reason I was all tripped up is this was setting codes for the not in park. The TCM had a couple of codes in there, two different codes, trans range rationality, and then also a not vehicle not in park code. There are two park switches, which I could not find some good data in service information on describing how those work. I know, I gotta get over it, guys. I'm not trying to give you a bunch of excuses of how I screwed up, but one of the other data PIDs that I forgot to put into this video was the PCM. Under the PCM data in YTech, there was a data PID called ignition run start off, and it always said off. So I was kind of thinking, well, why does this always say off? And when I was outside baking in the sun the other day, I thought I saw a data PID that said ignition run request relay, and it said off all the time. I may have made a mistake, I'm not sure, but it was hard to see out in the blaring sun. But long story short, I saw they were both, one was active and one was not active. I assumed that they should both be active at the same time. And I kind of went down that direction. I took the wrong diagnostic direction. But when I got back today, I had a clearer head. I just reviewed the data one more time, and I was still kind of scratching my head. And to be honest with you, I wanted to go underneath the hood and find the fuse or the relay for the starter relay. There's two starter relays, and I had a difficult time finding that in service information. It was just quicker to flip up the relay box or the underhood fuse distribution box and back probe the yellow and gray wire, and we had voltage there when it was going to crank. So I'm like, well, let's test it down at the starter. Sure enough, we've got it down there. So they're putting a starter there. Now, I'm waiting for a call back to make sure all is good. I haven't heard from them yet. When I do hear from them, I'll call you guys, or should I say, I'll tell you guys about it. So our next job of the day was a fuel pump control module on a GM. Easy, no problems there. The job after that was a transmission control module or a TECM on a 6-speed GM. This was a 2018 Chevy Tahoe. Just keep an eye out, because in I think it's 17 or 18, I'm not sure which year they started putting the 8-speed in there. You do have to choose the right transmission. I don't think you could actually program it wrong, but just a heads up, the 8-speed has the external TCM, and the 6-speed, you know, as it has for years, has the internal TECM or TCM. So that was that. After that job, I went back to a Ford E350 that had a spread terminal that I had fixed, wiring issue on it. Now it has a fuse that's blowing all the time. I thought that I could get it to act up for me. Of course, when I got there, it was fuse number 8. It was popping every time you turn the key on. It's a 30 ampere. It would snap right away. So I went ahead and I disconnected the coil capacitors, because that feeds all the coils and the coil capacitors, and also I think it feeds the primary side of the PCM relay. So anyhow, when I disconnected the coil capacitors and turned the key on, it still blew. So I put a new fuse in there with the key off, reconnected the coil capacitors. I went down the driver's side bank, that's bank 2, I believe, and I disconnected all 4 coils, and I turned the key on, and nothing was popping. The fuse wasn't popping, so I plugged in those coils one at a time, thinking if I had a stuck driver in a PCM, it would pop. Well, after I did this, we never had a fuse pop again. Now, the technician, or the shop, should I say, had a extra computer, a used computer for this, for a no communication problem, which is what they're going after the first time. But since that used computer was there, I told them, hey, there's a chance this might fix it. Let's go ahead and just program it up, get it jammed in there and see what happens. And we did that. I ran it for about 25 minutes and you know, it hasn't acted up. So we'll see if that fixes it, because last time it ran for, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes, but I thought it would never run at all. So I thought, oh, look, I fixed it. But sometimes you just don't know. There's miscommunication going on. The job after that was a 2006. Wow, I told you guys it was hot out. My phone died because it overheated while it was recording and trying to charge. But that next job was a 2006 Nissan Altima with a used computer. This vehicle still has some other issues, but doing a used computer on those Nissans, I got other videos on YouTube you can check out. Very easy, just basically you're rewriting key information to the ECM and also reset the VIN, and you're all set. Now, this vehicle was set in a 2101 and it had a brand new throttle body on it, so I did not get into that because I got to get home for the classes tonight. So if you have any questions about any of this stuff I do, be sure to reach out. Thanks a lot for watching. If you'd like this stuff, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Have a great night.